Okay, hello, everybody. My name is Helen, and I teach at the Dorothy Benson Senior Services Center. And this is the last part 4 of our abstract element sculpture. And we are still doing the small maquette sketches for a larger project. And today it's about Earth. I'm going to show you just a quick PowerPoint. I couldn't find any sculptures representing Earth unless you have the planet Earth. But anyway, let me show you what I found. Okay, so for Earth, and it's one of the 4 elements, I found out that all the planets except Earth are named after the Greek gods, and Earth is the only one that doesn't have a Greek god name. It comes from the Old English and Germanic words just meaning the ground. So the Earth symbolizes stability, but it also symbolizes growth, as all things or plants grow from Earth. And then I found out that in alchemy, the symbol for Earth is an inverted triangle with a line going across it. But what the astronomers use for the symbol of planet Earth is a circle with a cross in the middle. Okay. So, oh, hi, Jacqueline. Welcome back.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. And then let me see. So I didn't find any sculptures on Earth, just absolutely none. So I thought about it, and I'm just going to kind of go through my process of what happens. So I like the idea that things grow from Earth, and what popped into my mind was, this is kind of roundish right now, but I've got it hollowed out. Okay. What popped into the mind was roots. I just felt like the idea of roots kind of, to me, symbolize Earth, because we need the Earth to have plants grow from and to nourish us. So I made this roundish kind of thing, and I didn't really make it perfect because I kind of wanted it lumpy. And I decided to break it up into six areas. So I decided I'm going to make like a relief carving of roots. I thought that might be kind of cool. And remember, you're kind of like experimenting. So this is kind of like a sketch for me. And so I am, you probably can't see this. Let me see if this will work. Nope. Okay. Let's see what I can do.
Is all of that clay? Is it solid or is it hollow on this? Oh, okay.
So I could make it solid. My first idea was a cube, because Earth is also represented by a square, a cube, because of stability, or a ball, And so I decided on the ball because I kind of want it to look like roots. You know how, like, when you go to a park or something, you see an old tree and then you see all the roots kind of covered up the sidewalk and all that? That's where my inspiration is coming from. So I'm going to deeply kind of sketch out where I'm going to carve. And I did, and this will take me a long time to do, okay? So I've got the sort of where I'm going to carve that one. And then I'll put, I might not get 6 here, 6 of them, okay? And I'm just kind of making this up because I don't really know what, it's probably better if I just went out and observed what real roots go. So this is supposed to be a sculpture, but I was also thinking I can turn this into a planter. If I had a hole here, and I can have a plant, that might be kind of cool too, but I'm aiming for a sculpture right now. And I'm going to, okay, so I'm not going to have enough space to get 6 of them, but I'm just kind of sketching out roughly like the main big roots. And we'll see what happens. So the elements of water, fire, and wind was easy to find sculptures and easy to depict those elements, but earth, I just couldn't find anything. Okay, so I kind of sketched out roughly where I'm going to. Now the clay is wet. So these, I'm just gonna do a shallow carving first. And it doesn't have to be perfect right now because we'll fine tune it later. So I'm taking away. And I'm not doing it that deep right now. So I probably want some branches. Okay. So I'm taking away here. Let me see if I can make this out. See if it'll show up better that way, maybe a little bit better. Okay.
I went to Blix yesterday and I bought 50 pounds box of that
Oh,
clay.
good. Uh-huh. Good. And did it say what temperature it fires to?
Yeah, 105, what is it? 40 to 60. 40,
4 to 6.
60.
You mean 4 to 6 or 04 to 06? Which way?
I mean, 04, 06, yeah.
Okay, so it'll be a low fire clay. That's perfect. Yeah, that's awesome. Did you say 50 pounds? You mean 5 pounds? Right?
No, a box, one of the boxes. That it was so heavy I couldn't even lift it.
I did. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't even know they sell 50 pounds. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so the cool thing about the root is you can just kind of random. Now, the other way I can do is roll coils and then just make roots and just keep piling it on top of each other, piling it on top of each other. But that's a lot of work, but it's kind of intriguing. That might be a possibility too. Huh. And what color is your clay? A grayish clay right now? It's gonna probably
No,
fire
I
white, right?
asked for white.
Uh-huh. And you went to the Blix on Woodstock or whatever that.
Right, I found it. First time I had been there. Oh, they have
Oh, it's a nice
everything.
store. Yes, it's a nice store, yeah. Now
Yeah.
you have to be careful because you'll be going there all the time now. Yeah, that's a little bit too far for me.
It was
But-
more convenient for me than going into Atlanta to Davin.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
All
Yeah.
that traffic, yeah. And the
Mhm.
interstate, I hate the interstate.
Oh, me too. Yeah. People, especially 400, they act like that's the Indianapolis 400 racetrack. You know? Okay, so I kind of carved here. I'm not going to do the other side. Well, I guess I got one more, so I'll do that. So you'll get to see my process and I'll try to tell you what's going on in my mind, okay? And everybody's going to be different with their thought process. Some people actually sketch out exactly what they're going to do. I have never been successful with that way. I just have it in my mind and it evolves too as I do it. Okay, so now I'm going, okay, I know that's a main root. So now what do? Do I carve out this or probably not? I think I'm gonna have something sneaking out from back there. Now, this is gonna be a lot more challenging than I thought, okay? But that's fun. So let's say I have something sneaking out there. And the thing is, right now the clay is super wet. But the good thing is, if I wanted to add something right now, make it come out more, I technically could because this is still super wet. I could technically build something up. Ooh, that's not coming up. I would probably score it though. It's make sure it's on there good. Okay. So did you finish your bag yet?
No, I didn't work on it this morning. I had a class. When I left, I
Oh.
was going to a class, art class.
Uh-huh. Okay. So many art classes, huh? And because the clay is kind of soft, I can actually kind of push it in and form it, sculpt it this way too. I don't have to carve everything. Okay, I want that. Maybe I want that root to. You're basically working like branches, but it's the roots, so it's kind of upside down.
I just got an email that Darnell is closed for the next 14 days.
That's where they had the outbreak.
Yeah.
Bummers. I didn't even know the center was open because I think Benson isn't open, hasn't been open.
Well, they were just open for lunch. You could pick your lunch up and go.
That's
And,
right.
And the exercise room was open, but I would never go to an
Mm.
exercise room right now.
Yeah, because you'd be huffing and puffing and blowing out all that air.
Right.
Mhm.
Plus, you have to touch all the equipment.
Oh, yuck. I didn't know that. That's like bicycle exercise machines. I will never get on one.
Yeah.
I don't care if you wipe it. You know what I mean? That's just too much contact points for me. Oh. Okay, so I'm just kind of playing around with this. And because the clay is soft, I can actually kind of, I'm not going to worry about texturing it like a root right now because I can do that later. I'm just kind of making this stuff.
I got my clay, all that clay, so I can start making my stamps, my own stamps. You inspired me.
What we're going to do is, I think one of the classes I suggested that I do is making stamps and texture plates, because number one, it is actually time consuming to make stamps. And number two, you tend to put it off, you know, because you're too busy making something else. So I thought if we just had a stamp making class strictly for, you know, stamp making, it would make us, you know, do it. And because you need a lot of stamps, because not every stamp's gonna work. I must have made just recently, let's see, at least 20 stamps. And out of that, maybe I might have 10 that work.
Oh,
Okay, so right now I'm just kind of, yeah.
That's a
and the
waste of
text,
clay.
huh?
That's a waste of your clay, isn't it?
Well, it is, but with like with everything else, you know, you have, not everything's gonna turn out right the first time. And
Yeah.
you know, if you want to learn, you just gotta live with the fact that you're gonna have a bunch of rejects. So now you might want to start thinking about texture plates, like maybe lace. A lot of people think you can just push lace into clay and you got the texture, but it's the reverse. You know, whereas if you make a lace texture plate, then when you actually put the clay on top of that texture plate, it looks like lace, you know, because the stitching will be showing better. Okay, so right now this doesn't look like roots yet. You know, I'm just kind of figuring out where they're going to be. And my clay is so wet, I can actually sculpt it like this, which is kind of cool. I don't have to carve it. The stuff in the background, I plan to carve this deeply, I mean, really deep, and actually carve more roots in the background. But right now I can't. Let me get the top layer first. So on the texture plate, some people will like with the stamps we carve, but with the texture plate, you can carve those also. But some people will like find objects, you know, and just kind of like make a bunch of textures on it.
Mhm.
I'm really tempted to do a basket. I just haven't found a basket weave yet where I can take a texture. It's funny, you'll start looking at things and want to make a texture thing. I mean, texture plate. One of my absolute favorite is a student gave me this one, and this to me looks like the Japanese hemp leaf design almost. But it's a bigger piece. It's a little piece from a bigger piece, and it's the thing you lay inside one of those ceramic fry pans to protect the surface or something. And so she found that somewhere. And then I like to carve I'll take the clay slab and I'll carve a texture into it. Okay, this is kind of looking kind of like Frankenstein, like it's kind of veiny looking. So I think roots are kind of like that anyway. So next time, besides the stamp making class, I can't remember what else I was going to do now that I think about it. No, I don't remember now. Okay, I'm just going to pinch up because I'll get lost. I'm just going to get lost real soon here. I think I need to move some of this clay. How much did Blick charge you for that 50 pound of clay?
You know, getting ready to go look at my receipt. I'll check it. But
I'm kind of curious.
yeah, I just bought it because I bought several things. So I just bought it.
So,
I didn't care how much it cost at the time.
yeah,
Because I'm tired of running back and forth, getting a piece of clay, a little bit of clay here and a little bit there.
yeah, might as well have at home a big amount, you know, save you time.
But I'm gonna check the price because I was wondering myself. I was just too tired after I got that to even look at it. It was $31.99.
That is very reasonable. It's basically the same price as Davins, and you saved gas by going somewhere closer, I think. Yep, that's the same price as,
Yeah,
does it say
that's the price.
what kind it is? Does it have a name?
It's Namaco.
Oh, it's an Amical brand. Okay. So you just need to make sure when you take it to Darnell, or wherever you take it, that it's a low fire clay, okay? You can't go higher than 04.
I told her I just wanted the low fire, and
Mhm.
it has
Good.
Namaco number 25 white clay, 50 pounds.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. It beats running back and forth trying to get clay, you know,
Mhm.
because now that Darnell is closed, you know, I have nowhere to
Where,
get.
where is Darnell? Where is Darnell located?
Fairburne, on Fairburne Road, off the
You're
inner,
driving all the way,
huh?
driving all the way to Fairburne?
No, oh, you go out 85 to Martin Luther King Drive. You know where Martin Luther King is?
Yes, I do. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can get off at that exit.
Oh, okay, so it's not that far, yeah.
No, well, it's far from Marietta. I hated driving out there, so now I won't have to
Oh.
drive out there as much.
Is Benson closer for you?
Both of they're about the same distance away when it comes to traffic. About the same.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if
But
you go at
Benson
the,
is safer, I think. If I take the back road, I think Benson would be better.
which way would you have to go? Like, call, wait, you have to go Johnson Ferry, maybe?
Yeah,
Okay. That's not bad unless you're going home and hit rush hour, then it's awful. Okay. So I think I'm trying to make it look like tree roots right now.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, and then, when I refine it and, carve deeply into it and show more roots in the back, I think that's gonna work.
Mhm.
Right now, it seems like the clay is so wet, I can sculpt it with my fingers, except for my fingernails keep making designs. Yeah, and this is a dark clay, and I'm going to stain it with iron oxide. So it'll have dark and light shadow areas, and it might look absolutely perfect. Wouldn't that be nice? Now I'm thinking, instead of a round hemisphere, this might look better as a cube if it was on a cube. For some reason, that's what it's telling me. So I'll carve some more. So what is the first thing you're going to make with your clay? Stamps?
Yeah, but now that you said they're hard to make and they don't they don't turn out all the
Well,
time.
that's why you need to take a class so I can give you pointers, right?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
wait. Yeah,
You can learn from my mistakes. How's that?
yeah. Because I want to do the best I can, you know. I don't want to waste
Yeah.
my clay. How long should that clay last me?
You can make a lot of things with 50 pounds, my dear. That's a lot of clay. Yeah, you mean before it dries out, keep it covered. And
Yeah. Will it dry out?
if you uncover it, yeah. So you'll keep it covered, and you can always, add a little bit of water to keep it wet. And like I said, you don't, just because it dries out doesn't mean you have to throw it out. You can reconstitute it.
Oh,
Okay, so that's what this is. When I carve, I get a lot of these shavings, and then I just smush it up. Maybe if it's dried out, I'll just add water and put it in the bag, and then you just wedge it up, and that's what all this is. Just all because I do a lot of carving, I get a lot of shavings. So yeah, you don't have to throw it out. And sometimes I'll make something and I don't like it, and I'll just smash it up, add water, reconstitute it. The only thing I've wasted is my time, and that's irrelevant. Or not irrelevant, that's relative. Okay. So sometimes, a lot of times I will work on things and then trash it or recycle it. Not just clay, okay? And people will say, oh, but you wasted all that time. But it wasn't the time that's important. It was what I learned from it. That's what is important. Okay. So I'm still doing this. It's kind of looking like it. And Nothing's instantaneous here. I shouldn't have wet it. If you wet it too much, it just makes it harder to work with. So I will pinch it. I'm trying to remember what other classes I was going to do in clay. I don't know why I can't remember anymore. Okay. So this is kind of getting me excited because once this kind of stiffens up, I can really start carving deep. You know, it won't be as muddy and mushy. So I can start really carving more roots in the background. And for some reason that is making me very excited. I just love carving. I don't know why, it's some OCD thing with me. So let's work on this part. Take away that. Take away that. And I'm gonna take away that part. Now, are you interested at all in making things like mugs or bowls out of clay?
Yeah, I really, I think I need to graduate to making faces, you know, busts.
Uh-huh.
I would think I have to gradually get to that level.
Okay.
Yeah, right. I can't just start making and shaping.
Yeah, you kind of have to, the way I do that is I teach people how to do the eyes, the nose and the mouth separately. And then
Oh,
work on the head, because if you start all at once, you know, it's just too much to learn at one time. But if you perfect making a
Okay. Oh, no. Just wanted to let you know. So did Linda come back here to you? Or did she say anything to you? Okay,
that
so.
Sharita.
Hold on, make
Hi,
sure.
Sharita, we can hear you.
Hey, Helen.
Hey, are you working on clay with me? Okay, I forgot what I was telling you, Jacqueline. Oh, so if people will perfect, you know, making the eye, the mouth, the ear is a whole different animal. Plus, it's not part of this. It is part of the skull, but it kind of sticks out. You know, it doesn't really require a bone, the skull bone shape. So what I do is we make kind of like a clay with a round hole, you know, where the eye socket is.
yes.
And then we make a round ball for the eyeball.
Mhm.
And we start adding skin and eyelids and all that. And you'll get an eye, because we'll base it on, you know, like if we'll pretend we're like those, what is it? Forensic something, you know, the people in the police department that reconstruct faces.
Yeah. Oh, that
Now
sounds so exciting.
Well, it's kind of scary and creepy. So
Well,
if you do it,
we work with bone skeletons in nursing. You know, you learn the
Oh.
bones and the skull. You know, the bones
so
in
were
the
you a nurse?
head and
Uh-huh.
skull. Mhm.
Yeah, were you a nurse then?
Yeah, I worked for 50 years.
Oh my gosh, that's a long time.
You ain't kidding. I look back and wonder how I did it.
That's a lot of pressure too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it should come easy for you. It should come natural for you to, you know, sculpt a head or something. Yeah, and then, you know, like if you do the nose is just so many different shapes. So what I do with people is I have them use a mirror and use their own face as a model first. Number one, because it's always there. And number two is because you can also touch your face and feel the bone structure
Oh,
and, tissue structure. Yeah. What were you like? What kind of nurse were you, or is there such a thing? Do you,
look, all those years I did all kind of nursing.
I was
Uh,
gonna say,
yeah, first in the hospitals, and then as I got older, I went to home health care,
mhm.
community health nurse.
Okay, that's impressive. That's a hard job. When my parents got sick and died, I was like amazed at what nurses did. It's just like,
Yeah,
that was the first time I, been in a hospital situation where I saw firsthand what the nurses did, and I was just absolutely amazed, and they should get paid more. Is what I thought.
definitely.
They're basically the front line. They do all the work basically.
And I see how short they are, medical staff now. They on my emails,
Uh-huh.
they're trying to get people to
We-
go to
See you back in there.
get people to go back to school to get
Why-
into the medical field, medical and sciences now. They're
Uh-huh.
giving a lot of grants for it.
Wow, kind of tempting, isn't it? No.
If I was younger, yeah, I would love it. I said, oh my gosh, I wish I was younger. I'd take, just go into
Yeah.
another area. Yeah.
Oh, wow. What kind of basic areas do they have? I mean, I don't know anything about nursing, but, are they
Well,
broken down?
oh yeah, it's broken down. But some people specialize in more than one area. Like home health care and obstetrics, working with the mothers,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
maternity, and there's so many areas, working orthopedics, drug
There
addiction.
is, there's as many as areas as doctors have specialties or areas, right?
Yeah. What did you say?
You have as many areas as doctors do, because you're
Yeah.
helping out.
Yeah, because you have to
Yeah.
follow those doctors, just like the ones who
Yeah.
do surgery, who work the operating room. Yeah.
Did
That's
you
a
work in the
special.
operating room? Mhm. Did you work in the operating room?
Yeah, but I didn't do too good in there. I didn't like it. It was so stressful. Oh,
Oh, really?
it was
How's it?
very stressful. Yeah.
You have to like 100% focused, pay attention.
Yeah,
kind of thing?
and I wasn't as focused by the time I got to the operating room. I, I wasn't. I wasn't
What-
as focused.
So can I ask
I
you
liked
things
it,
like,
and I learned a
Uh-huh.
lot. Yeah, but they move at a really fast pace.
oh,
Yeah.
and there's emergencies, right? Um, I assume things like blood and things like that don't scare you one bit,
Yeah,
right?
I got used to all of that. You get used to it.
Really, I don't think I ever will. I just can't do it. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard.
But I'm glad that I retired before the COVID hit, because
Oh,
that
yeah.
would
When
have
did you
been
retire?
that would have been really stressful.
I bet.
Yeah.
You couldn't, yeah, that's hard. Yeah. Okay, so I kind of have the basics here.
That's looking good.
It is kind of looking like tree roots. And when I go, the rare times when I go on walks, even though Piedmont Park is right here, I do tend to look at tree roots. So maybe that's being helpful here. Okay, let's see if I can continue. Now, something like this takes a lot of work, as you know, because you have to keep refining it, cleaning it, touching it up and all that. So art is completely different from what you used to do, isn't it?
Totally. And I don't know,
Oh,
I think I would have been more relaxed with nursing if I had known about art, before.
yeah, but you probably didn't have time to be taking art classes when you
No,
were
I
working.
didn't. You didn't have time to do
Oh,
anything
Yeah,
else.
so what they need to do is have art classes at the hospitals or places where you know,
Wait, that's a good idea.
then it's like it's kind of more like stress release, I think. What you think? Maybe you can promote that.
Gosh, yeah, that's an excellent idea.
You can go and, volunteer and teach something so that it could even be a craft project. And that way, maybe, because firsthand the stress people are under there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be fun. And if some nurses were working in like a children's hospital, you can teach them how to make stuff for kids, like their own pillowcases and,
Oh,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah, they have people come in and do that, the occupational therapy and the,
Oh, they do.
but yeah.
Well,
But
maybe the
not,
nurses. Need something
not to this extent. I think it would be good if it was to this, on this
Mhm.
level.
Yeah, if they get to play with clay, wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
Really get their hands in mud. Yeah, they can make organs. I made,
Skull.
yeah, in high school, I actually made a vase that was kind of looked like a heart. It ended up, adding the what is it, the big vein thingies coming out. And it ended up looking like a heart. I didn't mean to, but it did.
The ventricles.
Ventricles, that's what they are. I don't even know what they're called.
Yeah.
And it did kind of look like that. And also at Benson, I made little tiny pinch pot vases, bud vases, and they weren't actual exact replica of organs, but I kind of made them look like a spleen and a kidney. So I don't know why I did that, but I did. So yeah, but that's a good thing. You don't even have to be the one in doing the thing. You can set up a program and find friends who will, people who will volunteer to teach the stuff to the nurses. That would be fun.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I kind of have a root system going on. Now I have to make a decision on what's going to happen. Now, do you have to leave at 1 o'clock for another class?
I think that all the classes are shut down at Darnell now.
Okay.
Because I couldn't get in a couple of them, one of them this morning, I couldn't even get in.
Oh. What classes are you?
And I just
taking?
saw the email just before I came on here. To your class, I just looked at the email and it says they're going to be closed till the 14th.
Oh.
We're shutting down the classes till the 14th.
What classes were you taking?
Mostly art.
What are they offering? I'm curious.
Drawing, art that included drawing, learning how to draw and paint. I really like it. After I started doing it, I loved it. And
you love painting, huh?
Yeah. And making something out of nothing. Kim is so talented.
Who is this person? This amazing person I keep hearing about? Kim what?
Kimberly Wright.
Wow.
And
what does
she teaches us how to make things out of nothing. Like, I'll show you what just give you an example.
All right.
see these. I made these to put my tools in. They're
Okay.
juice cans.
Oh, yes. Let me pin you so I can see better. Hold on just a second here. Okay. They're juice can. Hold it up higher so I can see. Towards, oh, that is cool. You got all kinds of doodads stuck on there.
Yeah, I covered it with fabric,
Uh-huh.
with African fabric, and look, all my it holds my tools.
I see. So you
'Cause
can
I
make
mean-
one for your, go ahead. Oh,
I
that's your
mean-
sewing tools.
Yeah,
Is that your
these are all of my carving.
Clay tool.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
all of my
you did
clay
one that-
tools.
Uh-huh.
And you can
That-
put your paint brushes, whatever you
Mhm.
need to put in them. And then I made this one, and it holds pencils. I have pencil holders also
I see.
out of juice cans, you know, just the juice cartons.
Yes. And they also rattle, make music.
And they last forever. Believe it or not, I've
Oh.
got one I've had for years because I used to cover them. They last.
What else? What else do y'all make?
Well, she does the clay work also. She does the clay work,
I
but
saw your,
I'm making and I don't know why I can't get it finished. A shelf out of paper. You make things out of paper and cardboard. And
really?
yeah, I'll show you my guitar.
You made a guitar out of paper?
Well, it's supposed to be a guitar shelf.
A guitar shelf, okay.
Everybody makes different, you know, their own creation.
Uh-huh.
And
Okay, don't tell me that's made out of paper or cardboard.
out of
Is it?
see the cardboard on the
kidding.
back.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be a shelf. I put a shelf in it. Can you see it?
Oh, yes. Okay, that is amazing.
It's amazing how she can teach you how to do so many different things.
Wow.
And that'll hold my you know, your lipstick tubes and your nail polish, because
Uh-huh.
it's a light shelf, so you can't put heavy things on it, but it'll hold
What
all
is-
those little things like
Now,
that.
what kind of cardboard did you use? Just whatever cardboard boxes?
Yeah,
you-
cardboard boxes.
Wow, that is amazing.
She's teaching us how to make things out of paper towel rolls. You save all the paper towel rolls.
Yeah.
And you can
what do
make
you make?
flowers, all kind of wall
Oh, Yeah,
decoration.
you know, Donna Jones at the Benson Center, she did that. She gave a little workshop out of toilet paper rolls. And you make flowers out of them, right?
Right.
Like flower designs for wall. Yeah, she did that too. Wow. But yeah, she was collecting toilet paper rolls and then you paint them or something and they were really pretty. Well, that's amazing. I'd like to know what else, Kimberly.
Oh, she
can-
taught me how to do dioramas. If you could,
Mhm.
I had to box up my dioramas though and put it in storage. But I was really fascinated with doing the dioramas. I really got involved.
Yeah, what was your subject matter or what was it?
Oh, I made two music studios.
Get out of here, really? That's
And
amazing.
you make your own pianos out of paper. You know,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I made my own keyboard, piano.
She's amazing.
It's amazing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the things you
That's
can do
fascinating.
with paper.
With paper, that's right.
And jewelry, I sold some of my jewelry, my paper jewelry,
Is that the paper beads or what?
paper beads, yeah.
Oh, that sounds good. I know, you know, there's some people that make furniture out of paper, but lots of cardboard, you know, large pieces of cardboard.
Yeah.
Um,
She
Well,
said,
that
well, the
is
next thing we're gonna make is a stool, a footstool out of the paper towel roll.
really out of paper towel rolls.
Yeah,
This I have to see. That is amazing. Now, is she the one that one year there was, you know, the art show we have? Um, there was like a cityscape or town or something made out of boxes, small
I-
boxes.
yeah, that sounds like her.
Sounds like her, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, so right now I'm just trying to make some roots on the bottom part, making it more 3D-ish. And because it's still soft clay, I can manipulate this. That is so cool, you know? She could probably make a whole house out of paper, you know, and just water proof it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wonder what her living place looks like. Maybe there's just so much stuff she's made, you know?
no telling.
Probably be really cool.
She's amazing. She's made some amazing things.
Don't you guys have a sewing class over there at Darnell?
They used to, yeah,
I think
they had
so.
one lady volunteering to do the sewing, but once the COVID hit, she didn't do any virtual classes.
Oh, I see. Okay. Because I think I heard at some point somebody was making undergarments or pajamas or something. I forgot.
That may have been at Bowden, because I heard something about that too, but it wasn't,
Yeah.
I didn't see anybody making that at Darnell.
Oh, so it
Making
must have been
garments.
Bowden. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you go to Bowden? Do you ever go to Bowden?
I was curious and I went there for piano, but it was too far to
Where
drive.
are they located? Yeah, where are they
Oh,
located?
don't even ask. Oh, they're at East Point.
Oh, that's far.
I know, who you tell.
That's way too far.
I was so
Yeah,
tired that I couldn't even focus on my classes because I was too tired driving back.
Too tired driving over there. Yeah,
Yeah, so I just.
that's true. Yeah, I mean, Atlanta's pretty spread out, but the traffic is so bad. It takes forever.
Exactly. And
I
I
mean,
hate
I
that
dread.
interstate.
Oh, the interstate's the worst, and if there's an accident, you're just stuck. You know.
Yeah.
So right now I'm just kind of making these a little bit more squiggly, and when they dry, I can probably make them a little bit more angular, but right now I'm just trying to use my fingers, and I
And what are you
wonder if
gonna do with the holes?
you mean these holes? They don't go all the way through right now.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna make them go all the way through. I think it'll be cool to be able to see through. You know what I mean? I mean, you're not gonna really be able to see through because the holes are gonna be tiny, but I might actually make a place to put a plant in here. Not sure. Yeah, I tend not to want to make stuff like sculpture for
Yeah.
here in my place because I don't have much room. So I like to make things to be a little bit more functional. Because I'm really running out of space. Yeah. So right now this part doesn't go through, but if I pierce all the way through here, that's okay because I'm probably going to insert a little cup, you know, down in this area,
Uh-huh.
you know. So let's see. Okay. Ooh, it's hot. Okay. Yeah. So I'll just keep working on this. And right now I need to deduct some more space, some areas. Have you always been sewing?
You know,
you-
my mother used to sew when I was a kid. She used to make our skirts because
Mhm.
she raised 5 children, so she didn't have much money. And
Yeah.
she used to make our clothes,
Uh-huh.
and she did a good job.
Yeah, it's a good skill to have. Especially back then, you actually did save money, you know?
And that's
Because,
how I learned, just from watching her.
yeah. Um, that's true. When my mother was learning how to sew, she kind of used me as a guinea pig, you know, she would make stuff. And some of them were really kind of hideous, but I wore them because I didn't want to hurt her feelings,
Mhm.
you know. But she tried hard, and I don't know. And you know, I never really sewed as a small child. I played around with it and made some stuff, but I never took it seriously. But apparently I was interested in it. And because my older sister, she's like 5 years older than me.
Mhm.
She had she had some expensive dresses. Yeah. And then they had gotten old. She had bought them, in Japan, from an expensive store. And she didn't want a couple of them, so she gave them away. And I remember taking them apart because I was curious to see how they were constructed,
Oh.
on the inside. And I think I learned a lot from doing that. I was like, whoa, this is cool. They have like a, secret place, and they attach this here, and you can't see it from the outside, but it's there, to keep the shape and all that. So that was interesting. And like I said, I came to the States, and because I'm small, I couldn't, I'm just so, all I had was what, little girl dresses, my
Yeah.
size. I said, well, forget this. So I forced myself to learn how to sew. Um, I mean, nowadays, you can find small sizes, but it's especially if you go to like those high-end stores, where the expensive ladies go on diets and they're like size 0.
Mhm.
But they're so pricey. And who wants to spend all that money and find somebody else wearing the same thing?
Well, I
So-
tell you, I don't think they make good quality clothes anymore
oh,
that
you
people
aren't kidding.
can afford. So I just don't enjoy wearing them because they look so out of shape, and they're not sewn well. They're not cut well, and I don't
And
enjoy
the
wearing the
material
clothes.
and the materials they use is like cheap stuff.
Oh,
Uh,
my neighbor bought a pair of pants over here for me to take up for her. I said, where on earth
uh-huh.
did you get these pants? Because they're not even cut right. And she wanted me to
Try to fix it.
try to fix them. I said, oh my goodness. I made them fit a lot better, but I don't know how I did it. But it just happened.
You know what happened? Yeah, you know what
But I
happened to me?
told her, please don't buy anything else from Walmart, please. I said,
I know.
they don't,
It's to me, it's a waste of money because it doesn't
it
fit
is.
right. Like you said, it doesn't fit right. When you're wearing it, it feels awful because it's not fitting right. And then
Yeah,
it falls apart, you know? I mean, it's terrible. The quality is just really bad. And
yes,
most people don't realize that, you know, if you've sewn or if you paid attention growing up in the olden days when quality was better, you know what to look for. But yeah, it's awful stuff now.
and they
Oh.
charge too much for it to be defective.
And one time somebody had me, I think, oh, just hem up a pair of pajamas. Well, lo and behold, the fabric was so cheap. I think it was nylon. When I touched it with the iron, it melted. I wasn't expecting it. I mean, it just melted. I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
With my daughter, she'll order these clothes online and they never fit right. And then she wants me to fix them. And
Oh,
oh,
forget it. Forget it.
I hate when she does that. Oh, it would just put me in a pickle and it would take
Oh,
too much of my time.
yeah, and
Yeah,
it doesn't work out. Yeah. It'd be faster and easier to just make it from scratch,
right.
Yeah, yeah, it's just awful. And I tell you what, I don't go clothes shopping. The only place if I buy anything is online, from this one company. It's really for younger people, young Asian people actually. So a lot of it doesn't fit me. I have to get a large size because they're so tiny, but I'll get certain things because I know it's made well, and the material is pretty good. I was buying clothes from this one. I wasn't really buying clothes, but I bought a few items because they would be things like felted wool, and the price was right when it was on sale. Been cheaper to buy it than to make it. But it was from Sweden, and man, all they make is these clothes that are so hot to wear in Atlanta because it's cold in Sweden. And I said, this was a mistake. Those people have to wear really thick, heavy clothes to stay warm. And it was just, but it was good quality stuff, the fabric and everything. So I bought it because I wanted to embellish it. And it was just a basic felted wool cardigan like coat. I mean, of course I have to shorten the length and everything because everything's too big on me, but okay. So this is a lot of work. I'm just going to keep working on it and working on it. I think we've been at this for an hour. Did you want to continue?
No, I'm ready to stop. I'm going to eat something.
Yeah, and I want you to finish that bag, okay?
I will.
I tell you what, if you wear that bag out, so somebody's going to want to know where you got it from or something. You tell them you made it. And if they want to buy it, you charge them a whole lot.
And I made my to go with my bag. I made some jean earrings out of scrap jean material.
Hold on a second. Let me see this. Hold on just a second. Okay, let's see. Where are you? Here we go. Hold on. Let me see. Hold it up to the camera. Wait, that's not the camera. Oh, that's pretty cute. Are you going to embellish it or just leave it like that?
I'm just going to leave. My granddaughter, I was teaching her and she embellished hers with all these stones and stuff. But I'm going to leave mine plain. I kind of liked it. I'm going to do different styles.
Cool. Where'd you get the earring part? How is it attached?
From Michael's. I put the fabric up in this bell and
Oh, you
glued,
they sell that? They
yeah,
sell things like that? Oh, I
and,
didn't know
and
that.
glued it up in the bell and put
Oh,
a
that
bead
is so
here in
cool.
between. Then
Uh-huh.
I rolled a little bit of fabric around in a roll,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and I put that as just like you would put a bead at the top.
You need to move towards the lens. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is so cool. That's cute. Let me see you against your ear. Put it against you. Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. All right. So I can see you in the future teaching these kind of things to the nurses so they can be unstressed. Wouldn't that be a fun thing to teach them? Show them how to
Gosh,
make?
yes, that's an excellent idea. I wanted a building where I can do stuff like that, but I
Wait,
can't
no,
see.
right now. Right now it's COVID. So, you get everything ready, get your projects ready, come up with some ideas, what you want to make kits. And then when everything's safe and you're done, you're ready to jump right in.
Right.
You know what?
I just knew I needed to beef up on my skills first. So yeah, and that's what I've been
Okay.
doing. I've been
Okay.
making all kinds of stuff to be,
Yeah. That's
because I
good.
want to teach other people, younger people.
Uh-huh.
And so what I did was I gave a black Wall Street in Atlanta, Black Wall Street.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
They asked me what I was interested in online, and I just gave them what I thought was a good idea. And so they want my profile picture. I think they
Ooh,
like my ideas.
I think so too. You
And
keep doing that. Yeah.
yeah, so I have to send them a picture. I'm trying to get my daughter to take a good picture so I can send it to them.
Look, there's always
Take good
Photoshop. Okay?
pictures. Yeah.
But you know what? You may have retired from nursing, but this is your second career, okay?
Yeah. I
Yeah. All
enjoy
right.
it.
I'm glad I knew you before you became super famous.
Yeah, well, I had dreams, a vision of a factory, teaching
Ooh,
young people how to make clothes and
or alter their
everything,
clothes. Yeah. I
instead
mean,
of having to go to a Walmart and buy their clothes, have a
yeah.
factory at Black Wall Street. And I haven't
Yeah.
even been there.
Where is
But
that located exactly? Is that
I,
near Fort McPherson? I don't know. I can't remember where it says.
I don't know that area at all, but I Googled it and
Uh-huh.
it looked like it's somewhere near Stone Mountain or before you get
It's
to
at near
Stone.
Stonecrest Mall.
Oh, where's
That's
that?
what it is.
Yeah, right where the
Where's
old Target used to be. That's the area that they bought out.
where is this again, Sharita?
Nearby Stone Mountain,
It
Stonecrest
is.
Mall. And
Where's that?
it's on
Is
the
that
east,
near?
it's on the east side in Lithonia.
Lithonia. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
going to go out there one day and meet some people, just get to know people and look at the shops and see what's going on, because I didn't even know it
Yeah.
existed until I got this email.
Yeah, it's been in the news, where I don't know where I've seen. But you know what? Where did I see that? Midtown Patch or one of those patch things or urban something? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I haven't been anywhere outside of Midtown in so long.
I hate to drive. I've gotten so I hate to drive now since this COVID.
It's just amazing how much Atlanta has really grown and built up. So I probably need to take a field trip and explore.
So Sharita, have you been to any of the shops out there?
No, I have not been as yet. My family lives on that side, So I said I do need to go and check it out and support them because it's a really big thing over that area. They're called Stonecrest, Georgia now. Like the city made that a city now. So they're not even considered Lithonia, it's considered Stonecrest. So anytime you look up an address that's over by there, it now says Stonecrest and not Lithonia anymore. So yeah, I said I need to check them out, but I don't know if you've ever been in that area, but it's literally where it used to be a Target in that plaza where they are. And so that's what they bought out and created these different shops and everything. So yeah, I need to check it out because I feel like they only launched like, I want to say maybe a month ago, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's when the grand opening was in July.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I hadn't heard of it before.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just saw, there were signs and everything, and I forgot where I was on social media. I can't remember if it was Facebook or Instagram, and people were talking about Black Wall Street Market coming to Stonecrest, Georgia, and that was a very big thing for that city as well. So yeah, just to bring up that area, adding something new because there hasn't been anything really new over there in a while. Especially after that mall build up, and then that mall supposedly was gonna get shut down because they said they were in so much debt that they were gonna foreclose or whatever it was. But of course, the mall is still open, and
Oh,
a lot of homes and stuff being built around there. So I think that's gonna bring a lot of people.
You know what
Yeah.
kind of shops are there right now? Do you know what kind of shops or businesses are there right now?
No, I'm not. I'll have to go back and look at try to find a flyer to see if they advertise what was going to be over there. So I can't tell you for sure, but I just know exactly where it's located though.
oh, well, I'm gonna have to drive up there, even though I hate to drive. I'm gonna have to drive.
Yeah, you just gotta ride all 20 all the way down. Jump on 20.
120 or
20 east. So so you're by Darnell, right? So you would jump on 285 going 285 east.
uh-huh.
Or you can take that way and then get off right there on West of Chapel Merge and thus continue on 20 east. That's probably the easiest way. I'm assuming because you said you go to the Darnell Center.
Yeah.
Right? So you live on that side. I think that will probably be the easiest way for you to get there.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna have to go out there then.
Mm-hmm.
I won't go this weekend coming, but the following weekend. Yeah.
Okay, so right now I'm still carving. Carving is just really time consuming. I actually stayed up until 11 o'clock carving another pot last night. That's way too late, but it's really kind of fun. It's starting to get,
I like it.
Yeah,
Very
it's kind of creepy.
creative.
It is kind of lots of fun. I don't know how far I can get because the clay is still, I may have to let it set up a little bit before I continue on, but.
Okay. So I'm gonna go and I'll see you.
Okay. Either no, wait, I'm doing clay. Sharita, do we know if I'm doing clay next week?
No, I'm gonna because I looked at the dates. I'll say just next week. Planning and preparing, and then start the following week. So it'll be on the 25th.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it won't be next week, Jacqueline. It'll be 25th. And I'm sorry, I can't remember what the classes were except for the stamp one.
Your sewing class is on the 26th also. So both of them start on the 26th.
Sewing class is on the 26th. So all the sewing classes are on that Thursday, the 26th, and the clay hand building classes, there's 3 of each. It's on the 25th.
Oh,
I'm saying 5th,
25th.
Yeah, for the clay hand building classes, and the sewing classes will start on the 26th.
Okay.
Okay, Jacqueline, so we will see you then. And don't forget, if you want to stock up on fabric, that sale is on the 21st. And that's in the neck of, in the neck
Yeah.
of the woods.
I hope I can
Um,
make it. It's the same day as my family reunion meeting at Embassy Suites Hotel.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm hoping I can make both of them.
Yeah, drag them to the sale. Cause you'll really get some good deals to, you know, for,
I bet.
and you
All
get to
right.
play with all, that, not feel guilty. Okay. All right. Have a nice lunch.
You
And
too. Bye-bye,
you too.
ladies.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Okay, I'm just gonna continue carving here because I need to. When I reach a certain point, I'm gonna have to let it sit up for about an hour or two before I can continue. And let's see, this is one of those things where you gotta keep an eye on it, don't let it dry out. This clay, when it dries out, it becomes like concrete, so it doesn't revert back very well to the soft stage. So I have to keep working on it. Okay, this is as far as I can go right now. I need to let this set up a little bit because the clay is way too soft. And then I will keep carving it and refine everything. So that's gonna take probably another 6 hours or 10 hours. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this stiffen up a little bit and then make sure everything. And we always have to dry these very slowly. The walls are really thick, so I have to thin that out. But right now I can't do anything because everything will collapse. Move it around anymore. It's doing too well on this side. Just carefully see if I can manipulate it a little bit. Okay, I think I'm gonna keep it at that. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this process, and I hope you are inspired to do something like this. Okay, all right, we will see you later. Bye bye.